Hello everyone, welcome back to my subscribers and new subscribers. See my channel and subscribe. My mail ID is given over here. YouTube channel is given over here. And today you are going to learn class 10th, chapter 5, life processes, question answers. Here are the questions. Why is diffusion insufficient to meet the oxygen requirement of multicellular organisms like humans? What criteria do we use to decide whether something is alive? What are outside raw material used for by an organism? What process would you consider essential for maintaining life? These questions I am providing by Gemini and try to understand, repeat it once again and again and understand the each and every question.
1. Why is diffusion insufficient to meet the oxygen requirements of multicellular organisms like humans? Large size and complexity. Multicellular organisms like humans are much larger and more complex than single-celled organisms. Diffusion is a slow process and is only effective over short distances. In large organisms, oxygen would take too long to reach the inner cells through simple diffusion. Specialized tissues and organs. Multicellular organisms have specialized tissues and organs with high metabolic demands. These tissues require rapid and efficient supply of oxygen, which diffusion alone cannot provide. Increased metabolic rate. Multicellular organisms often have higher metabolic rates compared to unicellular organisms. This means they need a more efficient system to deliver oxygen and remove waste products quickly. Surface area to volume ratio. As organisms increase in size, their surface area to volume ratio decreases. This means there is less surface area available for diffusion relative to the volume of the organism, making diffusion less efficient. 2. What criteria do we use to decide whether something is alive? The criteria used to determine if something is alive typically include organization. Living things exhibit a high degree of organization, from cells to tissues, organs, and organ systems. Metabolism. Living organisms carry out metabolic processes, which include all the chemical reactions necessary for life, such as obtaining energy and building molecules. Growth. Living things increase in size or number of cells. Response to stimuli. Living organisms react to changes in their environment. Reproduction. Living things produce offspring, either sexually or asexually. Adaptation. Living things evolve and adapt to their environment over time. Homeostasis. Living organisms maintain a stable internal environment despite external changes. 3. What are outside raw materials used for by an organism? Organisms use a variety of outside raw materials for survival and growth. These include nutrients, carbon sources. For building organic molecules, e.g., carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nitrogen sources. For building proteins and nucleic acids, minerals. For various metabolic processes and structural components, water. Essential for most biochemical reactions, transport, and maintaining cell structure. Oxygen, for aerobic organisms. Needed for cellular respiration to produce energy. Sunlight, for photosynthetic organisms. Used as an energy source to produce food. 4. What processes would you consider essential for maintaining life? Processes for maintaining life include nutrient acquisition, obtaining food or producing it, in the case of autotrophs, respiration, generating energy through cellular respiration, aerobic or anaerobic, excretion, removing metabolic waste products, transport, moving materials within the organism, reproduction, ensuring the continuation of the species, growth and development, increasing in size and complexity, homeostasis, maintaining a stable internal environment, response to stimuli, reacting to changes in the environment, movement, in most organisms, for finding food, escaping predators, or dispersal.
Few more questions from the same chapter. What are the differences between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition? Second question, where do plants get each of the raw material required for photosynthesis? Third question, what is the role of acid in our stomach? Fourth question, what is the function of digestive enzymes? Fifth question, how is the small intestine designed to absorb Digested food.
1. What are the differences between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition? Feature: autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. Source of carbon: inorganic carbon, CO2, organic carbon from other organisms. Energy source: light, photoautotrophs or chemical energy, chemoautotrophs, organic molecules. Food: food production, produce their own food, cannot produce their own food. Examples: plants, algae, some bacteria, animals, fungi, most bacteria. Process: photosynthesis or chemosynthesis, ingestion, digestion, and absorption. 2. Where do plants get each of the raw materials required for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, Colorado 2. Plants obtain CO2 from the atmosphere through tiny pores on their leaves called stomata. Water, H2O. Plants absorb water from the soil through their roots. Sunlight. Plants capture sunlight using a pigment called chlorophyll, which is located in chloroplasts within their leaves. Minerals. Plants absorb essential minerals from the soil through their roots. 3. What is the role of the acid in our stomach? The acid in our stomach, primarily hydrochloric acid, HCl, plays several crucial roles. Activation of enzymes. HCl activates pepsinogen, a precursor enzyme, into pepsin, which breaks down proteins. Denaturation of proteins. The acidic environment denatures, unfolds, proteins, making them more accessible to digestive enzymes, killing pathogens. The highly acidic environment kills most bacteria and other pathogens that enter the stomach with food, preventing infections. Providing optimal pH, it provides the optimal pH, around 2, for pepsin to function effectively. 4. What is the function of digestive enzymes? Digestive enzymes are biological catalysts that speed up the breakdown of large, complex food molecules into smaller, simpler molecules that can be absorbed by the body. Different enzymes target specific types of food molecules. Amylase breaks down carbohydrates, starches, into simple sugars. Protease, e.g. pepsin, trypsin, breaks down proteins into amino acids. Lipase breaks down lipids, fats, into fatty acids and glycerol. Nuclease breaks down nucleic acids, DNA and RNA, into nucleotides. 5. How is the small intestine designed to absorb digested food? The small intestine is highly specialized for absorbing digested food through several key adaptations. Increased surface area, length. It is very long, providing a large surface area for absorption. Villi. The lining of the small intestine is folded into finger-like projections called villi, microvilli. The cells lining the villi have tiny projections called microvilli, further increasing the surface area. Rich blood supply. Each villus contains a network of capillaries and a lacteal, lymph vessel that efficiently absorb nutrients and transport them away. Thin walls. The walls of the villi are only 1 cell thick, allowing for rapid diffusion of nutrients into the bloodstream. Enzymes. The small intestine produces enzymes and receives enzymes from the pancreas to complete the digestion of food. Active transport and diffusion. Nutrients are absorbed through both active transport, requiring energy, and diffusion, passive movement.